did you know that celery is an excellent kidney herb? My parsley was going to seed. Did you know that parsley is an excellent kidney herb? Couch grass is all through my yard and trying to get into my garden. I'm always pulling it out. Another kidney herb. So I gathered all of this, and what I did was I made her up a litre or a quart of tea every day with the celery seed. I just put the tops in, and I put some ginger in there to make it taste a little bit better so it didn't taste like grass. As I'm consulting with this lady, I discovered that she only drinks 2, maybe 3 glasses of water a day. She would say, look at my legs. There's too much water in my body now. Can you see that reasoning? It's because she's dehydrated that the body is actually unable to handle that water. So what happens in this reabsorption here is not only pH is balanced, but so is sodium and water levels in the body.
Did you know that many toxins in your home come from your kitchen? Dr. Barbara O'Neill uncovers surprising dangers in your kitchen that might be harming your health silently. Common items and cooking habits you use every day could be linked to chronic illness and fatigue. Are you unknowingly poisoning your family with toxic and questionable food choices? It's time to uncover the truth and reclaim your kitchen for a healthier, happier life. Speaking of hidden risks in your kitchen, Dr. Barbara O'Neill first points out that refined sugar found in many processed foods is a major culprit. It can cause insulin resistance, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. Too much sugar can also lead to systemic inflammation, weakening the immune system, and possibly speeding up chronic diseases.
What also leaches minerals is refined sugar. Nothing wrong with sugarcane. Sugarcane's actually incredibly high in minerals, but it takes about half an hour to eat 2 inches. But there's 10 metres of sugarcane in a can of Coca-Cola. That's 10 teaspoons of sugar. So it's a highly toxic drug. In fact, it's so toxic that when it goes into your body, it causes blood sugar levels to rise quickly, which means now very quickly insulin has to be released in high amounts. And then the insulin gets the blood sugar down, and then it goes too low, and then the person has some more sugar, and so you get this whiplash.
Another kitchen item often overlooked is vegetable oil, specifically those high in omega-6 fatty acids, such as soybean and corn oil. While marketed as heart-healthy, these oils can promote inflammation when consumed in excess. A typical Western diet, rich in these oils, may disrupt the omega-3 to omega-6 balance, causing cardiovascular issues and inflammatory conditions. Furthermore, many people are unaware of the harmful effects of artificial additives found in low-calorie and fat-free alternatives. Ingredients like aspartame and sucralose may contribute to metabolic disorders and disrupt gut health by altering the microbiome. Additionally, many processed foods contain preservatives like sodium nitrite, which has been linked to an increased risk of cancer and other serious health problems. Dr. O'Neill also emphasizes the role of high-sodium foods, particularly in processed snacks and canned goods, which can lead to hypertension and cardiovascular disease. High sodium intake often masks other health risks associated with these products, creating a false sense of security about their healthiness. If that's not all, Dr. O'Neill also warns against the excessive use of non-stick cookware, which can leach harmful chemicals like PFOA and PFOS into food. These substances have been associated with various health issues, including hormonal disruptions and an increased cancer risk. Next, the most alarming food items you should be wary of are acidic foods. Acid-forming foods create an environment that attracts disease. Foods such as meat, dairy, sugar, processed grains, and certain grains are primarily acid-forming, while fruits and vegetables are typically alkaline-forming. The body's pH balance is crucial for maintaining optimal health. A lower pH, which means more acidic, can lead to various health issues, including inflammation, weakened immune function, and chronic diseases. When the body is in an acidic state, it struggles to absorb essential nutrients, impairing metabolic processes. Chronic acidity can contribute to the development of conditions such as osteoporosis, as the body leaches calcium from bones to neutralize excess acid. Plus, acidic environments are favorable for pathogenic bacteria and fungi, which can cause existing health problems or lead to new infections. If you get inflammation, that's also detrimental because inflammation can disrupt hormonal balance, leading to insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome. Additionally, acid-forming foods can alter gut microbiota, contributing to dysbiosis, which further compromises immune function and overall health. To mitigate these risks, Dr. O'Neill recommends increasing the intake of alkaline-forming foods such as leafy greens, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Only these foods can help restore pH balance, enhance nutrient absorption, and support detoxification processes. But there's more to it. There are several everyday culprits we eat regularly that can significantly impact health. Meat, particularly processed varieties with unhealthy fats, preservatives, and additives, can lead to chronic inflammation, digestive issues, and increased risks of various diseases. Excessive consumption of red and processed meats has been linked to higher rates of heart disease and certain cancers. Refined sugar is another significant offender, as we mentioned already, contributing to a host of health problems such as obesity, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes. This form of sugar is prevalent in many processed foods and beverages, making it easy to consume in excess. It triggers addictive-like responses in the brain, promoting cravings and a cycle of unhealthy eating patterns. Next, hybridized wheat, commonly found in many modern food products, has undergone genetic modification to increase yield and enhance baking properties. However, this change may raise gluten levels, resulting in more cases of gluten sensitivity and celiac disease in populations that previously could tolerate wheat. The modern processing of wheat also strips away valuable nutrients, further diminishing its health benefits. Besides that, aged cheese contains high levels of tyramine, which can trigger headaches and migraines in sensitive individuals. Its concentration of saturated fats and sodium can also contribute to cardiovascular issues and negatively impact blood pressure when consumed excessively. Moreover, the fermentation process used in aging can lead to the formation of inflammatory compounds that may aggravate digestive health. Then, believe it or not, caffeine-containing foods and drinks, while often perceived as harmless or beneficial due to their stimulant effects, can disrupt sleep patterns and increase anxiety levels. For example, regular coffee can create dependence and withdrawal symptoms, making health management more difficult. Plus, caffeine can prevent nutrient absorption, especially calcium, which is vital for bone health. Naturally, this can worsen the risk of osteoporosis when consumed in large quantities.
Is there any type of caffeine or amount of caffeine that is safe to consume? Now, when I say not really, some people like to make like a little slice or dessert with a little cacao and a little carob. Now, if they do that, and I agree that cacao gives it a nice bitter flavour, and the amount of caffeine a person would get, let's say they make a slice that's going to feed 16 people, and there's a teaspoon of cacao and a teaspoon of carob. The amount of caffeine that the people get from that little tiny bit of caffeine in the cacao is so minimal. Raw cacao has much less caffeine than cocoa because cocoa has been fermented, which releases more caffeine.
But you might still be aware of them because they were never 100% goodies in good items. However, there are certain seemingly healthy foods, particularly grains and legumes, that can play a role in increasing bodily acidity. While grains like wheat and corn are staples in many diets, they can create an acidic environment in the body. This is due to their high levels of phytic acid and gluten, which may disrupt mineral absorption and contribute to digestive issues. Phytic acid found in many grains can bind to essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and iron, making them less available for absorption, potentially leading to deficiencies over time. Legumes such as beans and lentils are often praised for their high protein and fiber content, yet they can also elevate acidity levels. The presence of certain anti-nutrients in legumes, including lectins and saponins, may cause gastrointestinal distress in some individuals, leading to increased inflammation and compromised gut health. Eating legumes can be healthy, but too much can throw off your body's pH balance and make it more acidic. O'Neill points out that not all whole grains and legumes are the same. Their effect on acidity can differ based on how well you tolerate them and how they're prepared. Techniques like soaking, sprouting, or fermenting grains and legumes can lower their anti-nutritional factors, making them easier to digest and reducing acid production. This way, you can enjoy these foods more safely while limiting their acidic effects. This means, unlike the typical American diet, which is concerningly high in acid-forming foods, your diet should consist of about 20% acidic foods and 80% alkaline foods. The American diet often has too many acidic foods, which can cause long-term health problems. Acidic foods mainly include animal proteins, processed grains, sugars, and most dairy products. In contrast, alkaline foods consist of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and legumes. Eating too many acidic foods can strip important minerals like calcium and magnesium from bones and tissues, potentially leading to conditions like osteoporosis and a weaker immune system. According to O'Neill, the body works hard to keep a balanced pH level, usually around 7.4, using buffers like bicarbonate ions and minerals from bones and organs.
So the acid scale, it's 0, alkaline, it's 14, and in the middle, 7 is neutral. Blood has a reading on the pH scale, and blood's reading on the pH scale is between 7.35 and 7.4. It will always be within that range. If blood pH does go up to 8, that person will go into a coma and die of alkalosis. If blood pH drops down to 7.22, that person will go into a coma and die of acidosis. So there cannot be much variation there, and we don't need to worry about the pH of our blood because there are 2 organs that are constantly keeping it within that range.
If we don't eat enough alkaline foods, this balance can drain the body's mineral reserves, making health problems worse over time. Too much acidity can also make it harder for cells to get oxygen, slowing down metabolism and causing fatigue. The modern diet, filled with fast foods and convenience items, often lacks vital nutrients and fiber found in alkaline foods. This lack of nutrients can lead to weight gain, digestive issues, and a higher risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. Eating too many acidic foods can also harm gut health, leading to imbalances and inflammation that affect overall well-being. Dr. Barbara O'Neill explains how important pH levels are in the body when it comes to cancer. According to her, cancer cells grow well in acidic conditions, which can speed up their growth. The body usually stays slightly alkaline around a pH of 7.4, but things like unhealthy diets, stress, and pollution can make it more acidic. This increased acidity can weaken the body's defenses and disrupt normal cell functions, helping cancer to spread. O'Neill points out that diets high in processed foods, sugars, and animal proteins can raise acid levels. On the other hand, eating more fruits, vegetables, and whole foods can create a healthier alkaline environment, which may help protect against cancer. She recommends focusing on whole plant-based foods, especially greens, nuts, seeds, and legumes, to keep pH levels balanced. She also emphasizes the importance of drinking enough water as it helps maintain the body's pH balance. Drinking mineral-rich water can help make the body more alkaline. Regular exercise is also beneficial, as it improves metabolism and helps keep pH levels balanced by increasing oxygen in the body. But that's not all. Additionally, O'Neill also talks about how stress affects acidity levels. Ongoing stress can lead to hormonal changes that create a more acidic environment, raising cancer risk. She suggests practicing stress relief techniques like meditation on a daily basis, along with deep breathing and mindfulness to help keep the body in a more alkaline state. So Dr. Barbara O'Neill emphasizes the critical importance of maintaining an ideal diet ratio of 20% acid-forming foods to 80% alkaline-forming foods for optimal health. This balance is crucial because an excess of acid-forming foods can lead to acidosis, a condition that may contribute to various health issues, including inflammation, weakened immune function, and an increased risk of chronic diseases such as cancer, heart disease, and osteoporosis. O'Neill highlights that acid-forming foods include refined grains, meats, dairy, sugars, and most processed foods, which often dominate people's plates. In contrast, alkaline-forming foods, which help neutralize acid and promote a balanced pH, include fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. These foods not only provide essential vitamins and minerals, but also offer phytochemicals that play a role in disease prevention and health promotion. The standard American diet, SAD, tends to contain 90% or more acid-forming foods, drastically deviating from the optimal ratio. This imbalance can disrupt bodily functions, leading to symptoms like fatigue, digestive issues, and increased susceptibility to illness. O'Neill advocates for a dietary shift that prioritizes whole plant-based foods to restore the ideal 20/80ths ratio. She suggests keeping more leafy greens, fruits, and legumes in the menu, while reducing intake of meats and processed products. Because the effects of those acid-forming foods on your body are slow but significant, yet often overlooked. Because of the blood's slightly alkaline nature, the body typically maintains a pH of around 7.4. However, excessive consumption of acid-forming foods can disrupt this equilibrium, pushing the pH towards a more acidic state. Chronic acidity has been linked to systemic inflammation, which is a signal for various chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Inflammation can trigger an immune response, resulting in the body attacking its own tissues, which exacerbates autoimmune conditions. O'Neill further emphasizes the role of the kidneys in managing acidity. When the body becomes too acidic, the kidneys work overtime to filter excess hydrogen ions from the blood, which can strain kidney function over time and potentially lead to kidney disease. So, if you make fully balanced dietary choices, incorporating more alkaline-forming foods, such as fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, it can help restore pH balance and mitigate the adverse effects associated with a high intake of acid-forming foods. Finally, as Dr. Barbara O'Neill says, the importance of a kitchen makeover is extremely important for you, focusing on transitioning from acid-forming foods to alkaline alternatives. Instead of all the acid-forming foods like meat, refined sugars, or coffee powder, fill your kitchen with excellent choices like leafy greens and legumes due to their high mineral content and detoxifying properties. Other beneficial foods include cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, which are known for their cancer-fighting compounds. Fruits such as lemons, limes, and avocados, despite their acidity, have an alkalizing effect on the body once metabolized.
Well, now, what are the benefits of drinking lemon water?
Lemon is one of the best tonics for the liver. So having a warm lemon water in the morning is a nice little tonic, has a nice tonic effect on the liver. Also, lemon alkalizes the tissues, so it's a nice drink to have in the morning to help the tissues alkalize.
Nuts and seeds, particularly almonds and chia seeds, provide essential fatty acids while promoting alkalinity. Whole grains like quinoa and brown rice serve as nutritious alternatives to refined grains, offering fiber and nutrients without the acid-forming properties. But O'Neill also highlights the importance of hydration in maintaining alkalinity. In fact, all these efforts might go in vain if you don't maintain proper hydration on a daily basis. Drinking water infused with lemon or cucumber can enhance the body's alkaline state while providing essential minerals. Additionally, herbs and spices such as ginger and turmeric possess anti-inflammatory properties and can be easily incorporated into meals to further promote an alkaline environment. By systematically identifying and replacing acid-forming foods with these alkaline options, you can create a kitchen that supports health and well-being, enhancing energy levels, and reducing the risk of chronic diseases. So Dr. Barbara O'Neill emphasizes the critical importance of dietary changes for optimal health, particularly in the context of preventing and managing chronic diseases. You can try a typical daily meal plan with breakfast, where you might enjoy a vibrant smoothie blending leafy greens such as spinach or kale with fresh fruits like bananas and berries. Adding a source of protein such as almond butter or chia seeds can enhance the nutritional value. Mid-morning, you can have a refreshing snack of crisp raw vegetables paired with creamy hummus that provides a satisfying crunch and additional fiber. For lunch, a hearty salad becomes the star of the meal, featuring a colorful array of vegetables, grains like quinoa or brown rice, and a zesty dressing made from olive oil and lemon juice. In the afternoon, a handful of mixed nuts or a few whole grain crackers can help sustain energy levels. For dinner, you can have a balanced platter like steamed or roasted vegetables. You can add protein-rich legumes like lentils or chickpeas and include some whole grains. Don't forget to drink plenty of water throughout the day to stay hydrated and support your health. Only with proper hydration does this meal plan help nourish your body and encourage a lively lifestyle. So what are your takeaways from this video? What steps will you take to safeguard your health today? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more eye-opening insights from Dr. Barbara O'Neill. And we must admit one thing, talking about the kitchen is incomplete without talking about diet. Trust me, your diet is so important for your health that it can either make you or break you as a silent killer. If you want to know about diet in detail, just click on this video.